Small Town Scuttlebutt.
Look at that.
It's diesel.
Now, is that regular coffee or is that one of his like fancy latte thingamabobs?
It's a fancy foofy. A fancy foofy coffee. If you could see the foam on the inside.
Oh, yes. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. In fact, when he comes over, I say, "Hey, Evan, do you want a foofy?" Folks at home, that took 8 seconds for us to hit it.
Faux show.
Going perv mode.
It's Foofy Friday.
It is Foofy Friday.
Scuttlebutt.
Yep. Yeah. Which, I was thinking, this is a total tangent. I mean, total bad segue. Athleisure wear. Can we talk about that for a second?
I mean, sure. I feel like it's been a bandied about topic for several years now. But yeah, do you have a hot take? A new fresh take on it?
Kind of perspective. I have to. It has to adjust because Liz just kind of summarize my opinion of the moms in town that wear this stuff. What's my opinion? What's my take? What's the picture, the profile I draw up in my brain when I see small town mom, affluent town, sporting athletic
Lululemon.
wear. Yeah.
Yes, leggings. Probably with a Lululemon scuba top, as they're called.
A scuba top.
Yes, it's just a very tight fitting zip up jacket with thumb holes for like $150 or something. I'm thinking that's probably your take on the stay-at-home mom getting into her giant white Suburban in the Starbucks parking lot.
Yeah. How many hours at the gym would I assume she spent that particular day?
0.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Evan, can I ask?
I like the look. I'm not going to lie. Anything tight fitting is up my alley.
Do you think that my assessment, my prejudice there is accurate, or do you think there's enough people that fit that profile for me to?
I would say probably. There's probably a few others that shouldn't be wearing that outfit,
Yeah.
But there are some workhorses out there,
Two workhorses.
Some show ponies strutting their stuff across the Starbucks parking lot.
Thoroughbreds, we call them.
That is
coming from their hot yoga class.
Oh man, I mean it's a whole vibe,
It's a vibe.
and I'm all about it. I'm not gonna lie, but I do understand where you're coming from with the, sometimes it's for show, and I get that.
Yeah. Well, my wife is now getting into she's now wearing Lululemon athletic wear.
Like all day, as like this is what I wear today, all day.
She was telling me that, yeah. So she goes to the gym 3 days a week, but she's kind of going in this direction 4 or 5 days a week.
Okay.
So my wife is becoming that thing that I ridicule.
Well,
2 days a week, though.
Our next girls' dinner out will have an intervention because I will not stand for that.
Seriously?
One of my friends.
Yeah?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you know what she said to me? Rick, what do you think of these pants? I say, they look fine.
Can you describe the pants?
Which every husband at home should say when their wife says, what do you think of these pants? See, don't say when they ask, do these pants make me look fat? Don't say, and I've learned the hard way, no, your sedentary lifestyle and poor dietary choices make you look fat. You will be dumped immediately right there in the restaurant. And that Tiffany's box with the... Just kidding. Just call it bad timing. No,
okay, so what were the pants she was wearing?
She's wearing white Lululemon pants, and after I said they're fine, she says they don't look too pajama-y.
Oh. Okay, so I need you to back up. So they're white. What style of pant are they? Are they like a pajama bottom, like straight leg pant? Were they
straight leg-ish?
Straight leg-ish.
Yeah, not tapered.
Okay.
So it's
and
a little
there
on the
was
loose
no
side.
elastic so no elastic waistband at the ankle.
No, they kind of had some style to them. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily, be working on my squat thrusts in these things.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Acceptable.
I prefer to just wear a jockstrap.
If you saw her in the grocery store, would you be like, oh my God, that woman's wearing pajamas in the grocery store?
Well, she's also wearing like a white V-neck tank thing.
Okay.
so she's wearing like white on white. I almost said
It's not a great look.
Do you want to know what I almost told her?
What did
I
you
said?
say?
I said, does Flo know that you're about to steal her apron and name tag to complete the look?
Oh, you're brutal.
I didn't say that.
Brutal.
But I will, because I have to now. I have to say, hey, I was talking about you on the podcast. I never really do.
Right.
You let me do my thing.
Yeah.
And then when you have your intervention, you can bring it up.
Yeah.
And you can say, it came from the heart.
Right. Like, I want Leslie to be the best version of herself. And I don't think that is the best version of Leslie.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm kind of admiring her.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. This isn't what I want to wear. I don't want to walk the dog in jeans and get sweaty. I have to change. I'm like, do you really though? You know, do you really? Do you work up a sweat walking the dog? You know, are you speed walking?
It's becoming a whole new look, though. I mean, even in the professional world, per se.
Yeah. COVID
right?
definitely changed that.
Absolutely. And, you know, there is sort of like that business sporty look, you know, because of all the athletics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, I don't care for it.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place for that type of attire.
Sure.
And that's in a gym. Or if you're me, in the basement working. That's where I work out.
Sure.
So it's not in an office. It's
So
not
if
in a restaurant. It's not in a grocery store.
So we see Liz daily.
Daily.
Yeah. No. We see you at the grocery store or getting a coffee or post office, and you are in sweatpants or leggings, or you're looking at me like you don't even own these.
I don't
things.
own sweatpants.
You don't even own sweatpants. Not one pair.
No.
Oh, wow.
What do you? Okay, Liz. What do you wear when you have the flu?
Pajama bottoms. Like I have pajama bottoms. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But never.
But nothing on top. Just pajama bottoms. When I have
Nothing
the
on top.
Yeah.
That's a great. All right.
Mom!
If you need a caretaker, Liz, just let me know.
Coming to clean the counter again. Oh, hi, Liz. Didn't realize you were here.
So yeah, if you see me in public in pajama bottoms or sweatpants, just assume that I've had some type of breakdown.
Okay, so you had a breakdown in that regard. But if you are in like some kind of athletic attire, like workout gear, you were pulled away from your workout.
Yeah.
You caught me in passing.
Yes.
I'm getting right back to that workout, or I'm on my way to get changed because I'm done with my workout.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm good. Folks, if you see Liz and you catch her in this predicament, just, ask her a couple questions. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
How you doing?
What percentage do you think they're just posers?
A lot.
You think so?
I think.
Yeah,
The people out there in athleisure who have not worked out.
Yeah.
I think that's most of them.
Well, I see all these moms walking their dogs all pimped out in like $200 worth of athletic wear.
Yeah.
And you were saying, who was just saying, COVID had something to do with.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
I think that sort of created this hybrid line of clothing. Like I was saying, my wife
it's a whole industry.
My wife is wearing Lululemon pants that are, the company's founded on the principle is athletic wear, but is that something you would jog on the treadmill? It's kind of got a fashion element, like
right. There's some crossover there.
Yeah.
Like Lululemon's a good example. There's a brand called Viore, which is
I like
hugely
them.
popular, and there's a little bit of a hybrid element there. Same thing with Athleta, but there's a time and a place for yoga pants. And
so what's like the marketing pitch? Is it for the active mom on the go?
I think that's what they're trying to exude.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
But even so, one of my girlfriends was telling me she has a pair of Viore joggers, which in my mind are sweatpants. But she's very fashionable. The way she styles it, she can wear them to her office. So, but she's like, I'm comfortable. I'm like, I just can't. I don't know. I have a hard time with that.
It's just not your style.
No.
But interesting. Well, I wanted to bring it up because sometimes I catch myself shitting on something for so long and then I'm doing it, or I caught myself doing it, or I've been making fun of something so long, and then I realized that I think it's time to revisit that perspective and maybe grow a little.
Sure.
Because your wife's wearing that shit.
That's an interesting take, though. Stuff that you shit on for a long time, and then one day you're like, you know what? These people all had a point this whole time.
Yeah.
On a more political level, I felt exactly like that about gay marriage. Like in the 90s, I was like, it's a holy sacrament. I was hook, line, and sinker, taking all those conservative bullet points. And now I look back, I'm like,
who cares?
what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What?
Well, because you're told to care. You're told that you're supposed to care. And then ultimately it's like, who really gives a shit? I just, because I need to work, I need to make money, I need to support my family. I need,
right. Yeah. I just do that gay marriage thing. That's my barometer for everything. Like, just remember, you were so against something with a lot of people. Even Hillary Clinton was like, thumbs
Obama
down.
Too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And now we're all like,
have at it.
I don't embrace it. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I worked with the guy that was in the Boston Globe on the front page, being the first gay couple getting married.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Interesting.
He's a nice guy too. Anywho.
So I have a segue.
I just want to say.
I don't know. Unless you have something else you want to talk about. Sorry.
No, I just want to say also we're wearing athletic wear today.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're going to do an activity, right? And
true.
Evan's not wearing athletic wear.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Well, that's a golf shirt.
It says Omni Resort.
Yeah, I'm golfers are athletes.
Yeah, wait a second. One and the same.
One and
the same, right?
I'm teasing about that. I'm teasing. But I would not call what Evan's wearing athletic wear. It's a collared shirt. Like, you could wear that out to lunch.
Behind,
right?
Underneath this golf shirt is an athlete. I will let you know.
And you're wearing khakis. You're wearing normal pants, Rick, right?
These are Adidas golfing pants, actually, Liz.
That is like an athletic top.
Yeah, but I feel like I wouldn't look at you and be like, ugh, like.
I'm dressed to play golf today.
Yes, look, you're appropriately dressed for the activity you are going to partake in. And I would say even if you were like, I'm going to meet some buddies for lunch, that looks totally fine too.
Can I go grocery shopping in this?
Yes.
Huh. So there's a different,
Is it a double standard for men or is it golf attire?
No, it's golf attire.
Okay, so can a woman with a collared shirt and like a skirt, golf skirt, walk into a grocery store?
Yeah, that's a polished look. I mean, if you're talking about country club sports like golf and tennis, there's an expectation that you are wearing something appropriate, right? Like you can't, I don't think anyway, I don't golf, but you can't show up to a golf course wearing anything, right? Like there are dress codes, correct?
Depending on the course for the most part.
Okay.
Like you can't wear jeans.
And those are establishments
t-shirt.
I like because they have fucking standards.
Yeah.
It's good.
One time when I was living in Davis Square with Leslie, excuse me, before we got married, I was running like a boss. And one day I was feeling great. And I just kept running. I don't even know how long I ran, but it was an hour and a half maybe.
Wow, that's a long way.
Holy cow.
And I was thinking, just, at some point I got to loop this route around. And around a mile, I realized, because when I came upon a golf course in Arlington. I came from Somerville. It was 13 miles away.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's a real run.
Yeah, I was on a country club. I was so parched, I ran onto one of the tee boxes and got the water from the igloo.
Oh God!
Just chugging
the cooler,
the little cone water. It's like and the foursome was coming up. I'm like, I know that this is the most inappropriate thing in the world, but I came from 13 miles away. I couldn't stop running, and here I am. They're like, what the? Can you imagine? They were laughing their ass off. They thought it was the funniest thing. And I'm like, yeah. I go to the clubhouse and I talk to a guy outside, and I tell him my predicament. I'm like, I'm not even going to go in your thing.
He's like, you're damn right.
There was like people coming in with like not cocktail dresses and stuff, but there's an event tonight.
Okay.
Like there's a thing.
So people look.
People are dressing up. There's a dinner or a dance or a bingo or something.
And here comes Rick. He's
all
like,
sweaty.
Oh,
Chariots of fire.
Right? This crazy man running across the fourth fairway.
How did you get home?
They let me use their phone. Oh, this is also in the time when now that we have phones, you don't remember your girlfriend's phone number. So I couldn't call my girlfriend.
Oh, my God.
Because I don't know her phone number. I mean, I'm sleeping with her, but I don't know her phone number. Is that bad?
Not important.
Is that bad? I know her name.
Yeah, you knew the important thing.
I don't know her middle name yet, but
still.
No, I had to call a taxi cab company.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Just like when I missed the bus. Yeah. Call back.
Wait, like, did you have a taxi cab number by heart, or did you 411 it?
They rang it up for me.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
They're like, get this riffraff out of here.
I think they really admired or respected my self-awareness that what I'm asking for is totally not your responsibility to cater to, and anything you could do. Like
They were doing a public service.
I am a pauper with leprosy. Take me in.
They were doing everything they could possibly do. I'm surprised that the starter didn't actually drive you home just to get you the hell out of there. You know? What course was it? Do you remember?
Was there a place called Arlington Country Club?
I don't.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The sun was setting just at that time where, like, the guy who takes pictures for the calendar comes out, and then there's like the dude who's taking a shot out of the sand trap, and the sun catches all the sand going away. That picture, and then says,
and then there's you.
Imagine there's really like a wedding going on that day,
God.
and they have like the group photos, and then in the distance you have little Ricky, sweaty little Ricky running across the fairway. Under the igloo cooler, like. That's a great. What a moment!
Yeah, good times. We will have a better, totally different experience on the golf course today.
It will be.
I can't wait to hear all about it. Now, who is the better golfer out of the two?
Oh, Evan. This is my opening day. This is why I'm so excited.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I didn't know what I was in for. I played yesterday. It was not fun.
Yeah. Well, my golf game is predicated on one simple policy.
And that is?
Don't give a shit.
Oh.
You're just here to walk, to take about, 100, 115 swings. Just kidding. Maybe, hopefully 90. And then...
It's 9 holes, Rick, so I hope it's less than that.
I know. When you play 18, I can break 100. I can break 90.
On 18?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. All right.
One time in my life. It's not.
Is that good? I don't. None of this makes any sense.
Yeah, and you know what? We won't get into it because I'm putting my shoulder to Liz. We're starting. This will go south
you guys
real
can
fast.
Talk about this on the course.
Hey, hold on. We're gonna get into fantasy football next. Okay? I ain't taking it. This is the Bro Show, and Liz too. Okay, so before the show, Liz, you were saying you had a great segue into something.
Well, you were talking about how you've changed your stance on gay marriage. So one of the segue into one of the stories that I brought to the show today is, who hasn't changed their stance on gay marriage? That's the Catholic Church. Although I think our Pope is kind of progressive. But anyway.
Yes.
So the story that I have, and I sent you guys the headline for it, and I don't know if either of you Googled it. But anyway, the headline from the New York Post is AI priest, you heard that correctly, quickly defrocked after giving users oddball answers and taking real confessions like a clergyman, or taking confessions like a real clergyman.
I can't wait to hear this.
Yes. So Father Justin is the AI priest, and if you Google him, he looks like a fucking creep. I mean, we could really have done better. I would not put an AI altar boy in front of Father Justin.
Okay.
So an AI priest was defrocked just days after its inception after the chatbot repeatedly claimed to users that it was a real member of the clergy and performed sacraments.
What? Get out of here.
It looks like a computer, like video game character.
Yeah.
A good one, but...
It was launched by the San Diego-based Christian group Catholic Answers on Monday as an interactive educational tool, but the AI insisted it was a real priest living in Assisi, Italy.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It literally looks like a cartoon. One
woman posted online that the computer priest even appeared to take a woman's confession and then gave her penance and absolved her of her sins.
Amazing.
Yes. Go in peace, my child, and sin no more, Father Justin concludes their interaction. The self-proclaimed real priest also took a hard Catholic stance on sexual issues, according to its interaction with futurism. The Catholic Church, it told us, teaches that masturbation is a grave moral disorder.
What?
And he also told another user...
Evan, you're fucked.
He told another user that they could baptize their baby in Gatorade.
Oh.
I use Prime. Ice Pop.
So
Ice
after
Pop Prime.
this failed experiment, the Catholic Answers organization defrocked Father Justin, said he will no longer be a member of the clergy, and is referring to him now as Just Justin. So
Justin.
I'm not sure what Just Justin is going to do now, but see, here's a new picture of him without his thingamabob collar, whatever. He added, so they said that they didn't anticipate users would seek absolution from a computer graphic. How much faith These people must have a lot of faith in humanity. Like, of course they're going to do something fucked up with this AI priest.
I mean, the whole thing is bizarre.
Right?
So they create an AI priest.
Yes.
And people actually bought it?
So they created this AI priest under sort of the assumption, or not assumption, but the objective of him was to answer theology type of questions.
Sure.
Instead, it seems Father Justin took that a step further and started taking people's confessions and started giving advice.
Father Justin being the AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
He took a couple steps too far and insisted he was a real priest.
So now, did the original video of Father Justin, the AI priest, did it look like a real person, or did it look like the cartoonish?
It looked like that cartoonish thing that you just
and people
Googled.
actually,
No. People didn't think they were talking to a real priest. They knew it was AI, so they were fucking with it.
Yeah.
They were, and so it's like one woman said, like, "Oh, I'm going to marry my brother," and he was like, "Congratulations! It will be a joyous occasion celebrated by all." Like, people intentionally went on there to see how they could fuck with Father Justin, and they broke him in days.
That's awesome.
Broke him.
Oh, I thought the controversy was people thought he was real.
Oh, no. No one thought he was real.
All right.
Particularly after the baptism and Gatorade comment.
I mean,
So it was, I mean, again, we're, as humans, and the other story I brought and can share if we have time, as humans, we're wired to ruin everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. We can't have nice things because we will break them.
That's what they do.
Yep.
I feel like there's a whole show on that. I would talk about the sub conversation that could come off that of how we make rules, rules that apply to everybody. Mm-hmm. When you're like, I know that why that rule is there. It's because too many people don't do this,
right?
And so now we all have to, right? Like when I go backpacking up in White Mountains,
sure,
they have you. Am I backpacking in the woods, in the wilderness? Like, are there these fucking trees and mountains? Okay, so we go camping, right? Like, you just set up a fucking tent and make a fire? No, we have some rules and regulations, because...
Yeah, because we live in a semi-civilized society.
Yeah, but then you go up the, I don't like all the rules. Like, I should be able to walk off trail, make a fire, but like, you wouldn't even know I was here, because I can do that. I'm good. But you hike up the Appalachian Trail and you see Snickers bars and you see some masshole with sneakers. And like, dude, it's 70 down here, but it's 10 up there, you dummy. Anyway. So the whole thing about, like, Liz, that was a tangent, but I agree. I like it. Like, go ahead. Sorry.
What? No, that was the story. That was the story. And again, as human beings, we are wired to ruin anything that is presented to us. And particularly with, I feel like AI is becoming a common theme on this show and little
seems to be,
and it will be. You can't get away from it. Every time you go online on CNN, there's another article about AI or what just what it's doing to our society. So, just another example.
Wait till people realize
technology.
We're actually AI,
right?
Right? We've been doing this for like 8 weeks now.
Click
in the matrix.
But I don't want to monopolize the content here because I believe, Rick, did you have a story about bags or something at REI? Shopping bags?
That's right. Yeah.
It stays on the camping theme, too.
I did want to get that.
Right?
To be honest with you, though, I kind of want to volley it back to you because I feel guilty about just taking that tangent too far. But I was trying to agree with you. We can't have nice things. Like, I can't just, and I was trying to, I don't know if it landed right, but I just want to clarify. I was agreeing. I like to go backpacking. I don't want to go do what I want, but I can't.
Right.
Air quotes. I do anyway. But, you can't because the massholes wearing tennis shoes, throwing Snickers bars on the ground exist. Yeah. And they need to be told.
I have... I was born and raised in New Hampshire, and we have a house up there.
Into the microphone. Into the mic like a pro. Okay?
This is, I mean, I can't get much closer. But so anyway, there we were.
You had talking to this part. What? No, I don't know. Doesn't that? Yeah, probably it's better to go in here.
Am I good? Mm-hmm. Is this all right? Yeah. So being from New Hampshire and now living in Massachusetts, I can see how massholes F up everything. And I'm considered a masshole. Even though I'm not. I'm blood. I'm New Hampshire blood. But I am considered a masshole.
Is that any better?
It's a lot better.
This kid hates
live free or die, man. Live free or die.
The way you treat student drivers makes you a bona fide ass masshole.
100% I am a masshole for the way I treat student drivers.
What a dick.
But, it's like those student drivers are all from Vermont or something,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
All
Liz,
right.
now back.
Do we want to continue on the tangent of humans ruin everything? Because I have another story that falls under
Let's roll with it.
that category.
And then I'll tell you how a corporation called REI ruins everything.
Okay, so have you guys heard about the portal that's in New York that live streams?
Yes.
Okay, you have heard.
Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about because Mr. Jump In and I know what you're talking about. Didn't even let you finish. Do you guys hear about? Yes, me and all the Scuttlebutts are dying to know what the fuck you two are talking about.
Same sources.
Portal.
What are you guys talking about?
There's sculptures that it's an art installation, one in New York City, one in Dublin, that are portals basically that connect these cities through a live stream. So if you walk by the portal in New York, you can see people in Dublin and then they can see you, right? So like pretty cool concept.
Sure.
Right? Until we fucking ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
Portal live stream connecting New York and Dublin paused after, quote, inappropriate behavior.
I bet somebody was dry humping the
people
screen.
love to whip out their titties and their dongs and show, this is what we're all about.
More on the European side?
Oh, no.
Our side?
I'm sure that they did it over there, too, but I will tell you this. That this art installation has been going on in different European cities for the past 3 years without a problem.
Yeah. And then it comes
they come to fucking America and we ruined it in less than a week.
That's awesome.
So the large circular sculptures feature a screen in the center with a 24/7 live video stream, no audio, between the two cities. The purpose was to encourage global interconnectedness across the Atlantic Ocean. Lovely.
Absolutely.
Super cool.
Sure.
Like, how cool would it be to be like, oh my God, I can see Dublin. That's so
We
neat.
are the world. Right? That's all those vibes.
So, a quote from the Lord Mayor of Dublin, the Portals Project embodies this, bringing together technology, engineering, and art to bring communities from across the world closer together and to allow people to meet and connect outside of their social circles and cultures. We're delighted to connect Dublin with New York, which we share a deep historical and cultural bond with. Until they ruined it. I mean, again, like, we can't have nice things. We will ruin them, and we're always going to ruin it with dicks and boobs and stuff. Like, we're always going to take something nice and turn it fucking filthy.
And these are adults that are doing it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's
great. I mean, like if it's a college kid Saturday night, maybe we could have some policing in the area for the hours where the likelihood is high, right? But if this is happening at 2 p.m, and guys just
like
walking
people
out,
just casually strolling by on their way, to grab a coffee or leaving work or whatever.
So one of the things that made this a story is there was a 12-year-old kid in Ireland that was making obscene gestures in the portal. And so that's part of how this whole thing kind of started to explode. But then you get the late night goers, the people that have been drinking all night. And then, then that's when all hell breaks loose.
A bunch of Irish people at 2 a.m. in Dublin.
Yeah.
Probably civil and cordial.
But it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, right? So
oh, yeah. That's right. Didn't think about that 6-hour difference.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. So, Evan, you had said before we started recording the podcast how you hate the whole heart hands gesture that people do. So that's like it all started off really lovely with people doing heart hands from New York to Dublin.
Like,
to
how
each
did
other.
that even? Yeah, exactly. And then it just went, woo!
Yes, exactly.
How did I just like this whole heart hand emoji thing? I am so I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know why. It pisses me off. You look everybody on camera. It's like like anybody famous. They're doing the heart hands up to the crowd, like love you. And what is that? Okay. I hate it. Caitlin Clark, I love you. My
Is
fan.
it a gender thing?
No,
is it just young women, or is it young people,
No,
or is
there's
it who is
stupid
it?
bros doing it too.
Okay.
Hearty, I love you, San Diego. I hate it. Oh, it's so annoying.
You know what I love? I love it when a grown man goes, to shit on a point.
All right, so if you're so I follow the Boston Celtics on Instagram, and they always have pictures of like celebrities that are in the front row. I don't recognize most of them anymore, but to your point, a lot of them do the heart hands pictures, and so like. What's a better alternative if you're sitting front row at the Celtics game and you're a celebrity and you're getting your picture taken, it's going up on Instagram, like was it just like a smile? Is it a peace sign? What is it?
Yeah, sure. You could do a peace sign would be okay. Maybe a little hang loose, something like that. Even just like a salute to the crowd, like, or hello.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. That's always a good one. But this stupid heart hand, it's like everybody.
What do you find so offensive about it? Because I feel like the heart hands is the new peace sign. I feel like the peace sign was overdone.
So like, what the hell was wrong with the peace sign?
I don't. Maybe we've evolved. Peace, love.
No,
I'm not saying.
No, I get it.
I'm just more to counter.
It feels like exactly where we are as this fucked up culture right now.
Fake?
It's like everybody, yeah, right. It's just get me on Instagram, get me on the gram with my fucking heart. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Says the guy with 5,000 followers.
Yeah, but you don't see me doing the heart.
What are you doing right now? You're doing the heart.
We're all gesturing wildly.
If I start doing real estate videos with the stupid heart in it, I want you to shoot me.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be when we know we need to have the Evan intervention.
Mm-hmm. So I was
have a heart tour.
I'm under the impression Caitlin Clark was the originator of this.
No.
This has been around for a long time.
It's like remember that saying back in the day, gag me with a spoon?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it makes me feel like.
Well, I think I know why.
You do?
Yeah, you can't put your finger on it, Liz. You can't figure out why that annoys him.
I can't.
It's kind of like you don't hate your roommate because all the dishes in the sink. You hate the roommate because he's sleeping with your girlfriend, and you can't prove it yet.
Okay.
Like there's something else. Like when you snap about the dishes.
So you're saying someone's sleeping with Evan's wife?
I am.
And we haven't. Okay, you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. No, I'm. Come on, that's gonna make things. The tension will. It won't work for. That would break up. That would break up the unity of the Three Musketeers.
If that is the case, I have but one thing to say to that man. That's love you. Love you, mean it.
Yeah.
Love you, mean it.
No, the upside down pineapple over my shoulders.
Oh my God.
Just a prop. It's not. Or maybe it's not. Okay.
All right, so that concludes the segment. We ruin everything.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think I know why. I think I know why it bugs you.
You do?
Yeah, because you sort of touched on it, but it's more a societal fad, flocking.
Yes.
We all want autonomy, and we all want to be individual, and we all want to express ourselves, right? We're always fighting if anyone comes anywhere near getting between me and me wanting to be and do what I want, right? Mm-hmm. But this winter, you'll see everyone wearing the black North Face jacket. This summer, you'll see everyone wearing the same slides from Lululemon, or you'll see everyone
Stanley Cups. Those Stanley Cups.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Totally.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
As much as we say we want to be individuals and express our, uniqueness, it's not true. No one really wants to stand out. You just want to fit in and conform.
Exactly.
But you also kind of want to do it, like you want to be like Caitlin Clark. I thought she has a platform. Like that's the only. I've only seen her do it. Actually, you two were talking about this like it happens. I've never seen anyone else do it.
It's gross.
But I don't watch TV. I don't want to sound like I'm all NPR, but I prefer books and podcasts. So I don't see the heart hands thing except for her because she's everywhere because she's pretty cool. And so I have no problem with her doing it. She can because she's going to be probably the greatest female basketball player of all time. So she can do whatever she wants. But you don't like the tag along, the follow. The followerness. That's the thing. That's the problem.
I guess you're right. And it kind of, it goes back to the whole athletic wear thing, right? It's like everybody's doing it. Everybody looks a certain way. Everybody acts a certain way. It's like,
You just want to break those hard
Oh,
hands.
it's like, it's like if you order a coffee at Starbucks and you walk up to the barista and you're giving them the heart hand, thank you.
Ew.
Get out of here.
I might slap someone in the back of the
Exactly.
head if I saw that.
Oh,
That's
my God.
douchey.
How long do you think it's going to last? Let's get some takes on it.
Too long. It's already too long.
It's going to last for a while because I feel like it's probably trickling down to where our daughters are, right?
See, I think Taylor Swift.
Yes.
I think she's the one that kind of like made that famous, and it's all these Swifties. I better be careful. I better be careful.
You don't want
all those Swifties
the
listening
Swift
to our
Mafia
podcast.
coming after you.
Oh my goodness!
I'll tell Swift Mafia something. Taylor Swift is oversaturating the world. I mean, she's great, but if she could just take a beat and stop making another fucking song that sounds a little different than the last one she made.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Right? Like, take some time.
Them's fighting
Develop.
words.
Oh my God! Like they all like sound the same. What album
I
is that?
agree.
It's that one. It's the album.
I like a lot of her songs, but she's overrated as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's just she's not bad. I've talked and praised about her before. I'm even a Taylor Swift fan club member, so I can sit in the virtual waiting room to get hosed on an $800 ticket offer when we were promised that we were going to get face value tickets because we're real fans, but we're getting resale because the real fans in front of me on your fucking fan club resold the tickets. But anyway, I just think that it's a good thing, but it's like a lot. Like Tom Brady, you're not even playing football anymore. You're a lot right now. You're in everything. Just go away for a little while.
I'll say.
By the way, my prediction was correct, right? Yes. I said he's going to regret that.
Oh yeah.
And it's not what you do.
Rick was right again
with your kids. You were going to regret what that's going to do to your children.
So I brought that up to Dan last week after or whenever it was we recorded and we talked about the roast, and I said, "Oh, Rick was saying, like it was pretty fucked up that there were so many jokes about him cheating on Giselle." And so Dan was like, "Well, fuck her. If he really," he goes, "if she cheated, then fuck her. Who cares?" I was like, "It's not about her. It's about their kids."
Yeah.
He's like, "When you put it like that."
Yeah.
Tom looked like an immature. I don't think it portrayed him well because he had that stupid grin, when the zingers came at him, and then when they were deflecting off him and hitting Giselle, he would pinky out, do that stupid.
Yes, and take a sip of his drink.
Like, dude, you are not an actor. And I figured out why the whole thing should never have happened. To be roasted, you tell me what you think, Liz. It's just a theory, but I think one, you have to be extremely famous and likable, right?
I think, I mean, you have to be famous and likable for sure.
Yeah, people want to get excited about, oh my God, that guy. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger would be a great one, right? Nancy Pelosi, not a great one. You know what I mean? Right? Like, so.
But you also have to, I feel like, be someone who doesn't take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
Again, when I think back to the roasts that I have loved, and I talked about it before, the Flavor Flav, David Hasselhoff, Alec Baldwin. Even though Alec Baldwin is he's pompous, but he is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
All of his skits on SNL, he's great. Like
30 Rock.
Working 30 Rock is amazing.
Tina Fey and him were just
oh my God, they were amazing. So I feel like you do have to be someone that doesn't take themselves seriously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it reads a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or it's got to be somebody that you totally least expect.
Yeah.
And then when they get up and they do their sort of rebuttal and they just torch people, like you weren't expecting that.
Yes.
That was awesome.
But. Well, to your point, Liz, about he's an entertainer like everyone else on that stage is, but not an entertainer who takes a stage. He takes a field.
Right.
And that is a delineation that makes him not in that club. And he's on that stage, and it looked like he was out of place, even though there were other athletes. Like he had Willie McGinnis over his shoulder. He had, more charismatic and funny people like Julian Edelman.
Yes.
He definitely looks like he's going to cross over very well into entertainment.
Oh, he's awesome.
If he wants to do a movie, I'm sure he could get a role, But Tom Brady, no. Dude, I saw you in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial. You look stupid.
Yep.
It's true.
So I feel like that was the other thing. It's like, dude, these are not your friends. These are not your friends. This is not your club. This is all fake. But the big zinger was you aligned your brand with Kim Kardashian. Like, that just shows you how immature you are and how spiteful you are. Like, Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian, or what I like to refer to as America's whore. And I think that she would, you know what? If she hears this podcast, she's like, I'm fucking getting that copyrighted. That is perfect. He nailed it. That's exactly what I am.
She got famous for a sex tape and a big ass.
God.
And she joked about it on the show.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say this. She rode that wave of fame all the way to becoming one of the most famous people in the world.
She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire. I mean, she had a little help. You know, she came from a famous family and background and all that, but you know, she.
Yeah. Again, this is a commentary on our society.
Yeah. Let's just stress the importance of fathers.
Yeah. No.
Right, fathers, are you listening? Get your affairs in order if you're checking out, or think twice before you walk out on your family, because your kids are gonna get fucked up. Like Kim Kardashian, all of them, they're gross.
Well, they basically are unrecognizable from when, from 10 years ago even. Like, they took the faces that they were born with as a light suggestion, and we're like, oh, let me see what I can do with this.
And look at what it's created, though. You know,
I know, it's
created
an empire.
like
it's an empire.
Well, no, I mean on the other side of it, the nasty part.
Oh,
of
yeah.
that
Yeah.
is that now it's like, for about a decade, women have completely changed and altered their looks to kind of be more like Kim and that whole whatever.
And it's obviously a false beauty standard, because none of them were born like that.
No, like, can you just be a little bit natural? You know, I'm supporting natural women. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, I get my hair dyed, I get Botox, I get my eyebrows waxed, but I feel like that's just normal maintenance for a woman my age.
Sure, if that's how you feel, absolutely. You're not Kim Kardashian.
Right.
You're
not getting a Brazilian butt lift and lip injections and restructuring my entire face.
That's crazy.
Let's get real. Wife gives you a hall pass. For whatever reason, paradoxes, stars align, everything.
Yep.
Kim Kardashian propositions you at the Liberty Hotel. Right, that's where everyone hangs out.
Okay.
This isn't fair. This is not a fair question.
The Liberty Hotel is where sugar daddies and young women meet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's where John Henry met his wife.
Is that right? Okay.
It's where I struck out 7 times. 2 for 7. Apparently, flashing $19 isn't going to get you far.
Can I buy you a water?
Right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll try this at Denny's. Okay, go ahead.
What was the question? Would I do Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to just for the story.
The whole pass.
Yeah.
Like, the wife says,
for
you
the
get one.
podcast, I would do it for the podcast.
Thank you.
You know? Absolutely.
We appreciate that.
And Liz, same question. Over to you.
Would I do Kim Kardashian? I feel like I'd just get lost in her butt or something. There's a lot going on there.
Help me! Fetch me a snorkel.
All right, Rick, you?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, I'd have to consider it. I have to think about it. Yeah, I don't know. Why not? Yeah, just go.
So about those shopping bags at REI.
From the fun bags to the shopping bags. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm getting into camping with my son. Yeah. He loves it. We went for an overnight last week or 2 weeks ago. Loved it. We're going again this weekend. Had to get some things at the REI. You'd be surprised. Like, they're outdoor. Like, their brand is all about nature. Their whole existence is about get out there. So it makes sense that their policies around the store are going to be environmentally friendly.
Yes.
And then their marketing department is going to spend even more money letting you know that they're gonna kill 20 trees to create the marketing collateral to tell you they saved 4 trees. It's great. So I get it and I appreciate it, and I don't really. It doesn't sway me. It doesn't persuade me as a consumer.
You're not going to go shop there because of that.
It doesn't help me go there.
Yeah.
And now I'm wondering, does it make me kind of want to not go there? So you can go there. You can buy a tent. You can buy a sleeping bag. You can buy a sleeping pad, you can buy a cook set, you can buy some sterno, like, flame canisters, maybe some hat and gloves,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You got about $800 of bounty. And I'm holding my hands out if you're watching. Like, think about hugging a big fat person, like just arms out, like that much stuff. And you pay $800 and something, and then they say, okay, thank you. And they don't bag it.
And you're just like picking up your shit and stuffing it places.
Can you imagine?
You're welcome to bring your own bags, but
they don't even offer to you, like you could buy a bag?
No.
There's not a bag to
No
be
bags.
found in that store?
They don't even have like big giant mesh bag, like IKEA blue bags
Yeah.
that you could do and then bring out to your car and dump it out,
What about shopping carts?
you could bring your shopping cart out, but then unload everything into your.
And then you have to carry it all into your house when you get home.
Yeah. So let's say I have 15
annoying.
things, right? You got like the 3 big bulky items: tent, sleeping bag, bed. But then you got like all the Swiss Army knife or the the flashlight, those littler, smaller things. So you can put it all in. So that inconvenience to the customer for the sake of saving the environment.
Why couldn't they use bags that are made out of recycled material?
Because it's a cover for nothing more than just a cost-saving measure at the expense of the customer.
It's an absolutely asinine publicity
And that is a poor customer experience.
Yeah. So from pain and frustration, it comes stand-up comedy, and I think I have a bit going on here. Tell me, the premise would be, and I got to work this out. But my interaction with them is like, hey. I told them I didn't want to be a one-upper, but I also have environmental policies. No packaging in my car. And then I start unboxing everything.
Hell yeah.
I don't need that.
Plastic,
I just bought the tent. I didn't buy all of this plastic and
great.
cardboard. Look at this. This is you. But I'm sure that your environmental policy has something in place. I mean, if you guys can get rid of the bags, you guys can get rid of more than that too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then you walk out the door with a big mess. Oh, and the line is held up.
Yeah.
But they're okay with it. They're like,
slow clap.
This asshole is great. I love him. So you think that's a premise I could?
I like it. Run with it.
I think you can fine-tune that for sure.
Okay. So I'll have to go back and I'll have to do some homework. Like,
yes.
What would be that thing that just would be like, just put it in a fucking bag, Like, okay, cool. I'm going to work on that.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, we're almost at 50 minutes, and I was scrolling through the thing here.
Have we checked all of our
Yeah, we kind of
boxes?
have. Evan wants to talk about golf. We don't have to do that, but Liz, I do want to play just a bet. What's the over-under on how many balls I'm going to lose today? 9
I don't
holes.
know anything about golf. So, I mean, how many? So you said 9 holes. How many times will you swing a club for 9 holes? Like how many?
No, how many times will I hit the ball and it goes in the woods or the pond and I never get it back?
3? I don't know. Is that a lot or
No.
not a lot? I have no idea.
So, how many will you lose? I've never played with you before. So, what's your handicap?
I don't know.
Then I'm going to say 4 to 6.
I was going to say 4.
Okay. All right. So can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah.
After we record next week.
Oh, it'll be great.
Even if we do talk about it, remember we were going to get into a deep dive on Mom Talk this week?
So I Googled Mom Talk, which was MOMTOK, like the TikTok for moms, trying to find something interesting. And all I could find was Mormon moms on TikTok.
They sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I tapped out after that. So
Yeah.
Do not, listeners and watchers, we do not encourage you to follow Mom Talk.
No.
Is that what we're saying?
yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's all centered around you being a subservient wife, mother, that whole thing. And I'm not down with that.
It's hilarious that all the social media and online stuff from mom creators, for moms, by moms, that kind of thing, it's all sort of coming from the perspective of we can do things better, or
Right.
I know something you don't know, and it's going to make your life so much better. Right.
And what really frosts my ass is when it's from a mom who has like little kids because
She's a rookie.
she's a rookie.
Yeah.
And I always got annoyed when my kids were little and people would say to me, oh, just wait, bigger kids, bigger problems. Be like, fuck you. I've got twins in diapers, motherfucker. But they were right.
Yeah.
And bigger kids, bigger problems for sure. So, you know, stupid fucking mom coach on TikTok with a 4-year-old at the playground. Save your fucking lecture for someone else, because I'm not here for it.
and your hot tip on how to save 7 seconds cleaning those fucking Dr. Brown baby bottles with 19 parts to it. The shelf life for the person that your audience member is about, it's a flash, like boom, gone. Remember the bottles? They're in the house. They were awful. You hated them, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
I remember my wife and I were like ceremoniously throwing them all.
Oh,
getting
my
rid of,
same.
Absolutely.
Like, get the fuck out of this house.
I mean, we had, again, with twins, we had like literally a whole kitchen garbage bag filled with bottles at the end.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is with the women, the moms branding all the stuff, it's all about, you know, hot tips and do this and how you should do it and how you shouldn't. You ever get on your algorithm on Instagram where you get like the dumb dads, or, you know, like they have a lot of Instagram.
We're all made to look stupid.
Right.
But it's all self-deprecating. So the two things the themes I get from all the dad stuff, it's all comedy, but it's self-deprecating and it's, who gives a shit? Like those are the messages, the themes of the dad side.
Yep.
It's amazing. I love it. I love the difference between husband, wife, men,
We
women.
don't take ourselves seriously.
No.
You know?
We don't.
That's it.
Yeah. So anyway, let's
And
not
that's
take
what women hate about us. At least that's what my wife hates about me.
Oh, so funny. I don't know why this just popped into my head, but the difference between men and women, because, you know, we always talk about how the moms fill out every single school form that comes home.
Yep.
So, all right. So this is twofold. One being an overreaction to something, which would be my husband overreacting to us getting an email from our Avery and Brady's English teachers with a Google form saying that, hey, and Rosie and Leslie definitely got this too, because our kids are all reading the same book for 6th grade. Here is the suggested reading schedule for the book that all 6th grade English
I have it.
reading, blah, blah, blah.
It's a 4-week program.
Yes. Okay. So
Epic fail of Arturo Zamora.
yes.
We're on chapter 15. I'm reading it with Rosie. Yeah.
So they send home, here's sort of the suggested, you know, reading schedule every night, the number of chapters. Please fill out and return this Google form saying that you have reviewed the reading schedule with your child.
Oh, my God.
So Dan was so fucking irritated. He's like, how about you review the reading schedule with my child, because you're the fucking teacher. So he's super annoyed. He's like, I'm just going to fill this out for both of them and send it back. I'm like, that'd be awesome. Thank you. So he allegedly filled it out for both children and sent it back. 3 days ago, I get an email from Avery's English teacher. You're receiving this email because we still haven't gotten the Google form that you reviewed the reading schedule with your child. And I was like, Dan, I thought you took care of this.
and what happened? He didn't hit send or something?
I don't know. He's like, I put both kids' names on the same form. I was like, I don't think you can do that.
Dan, there's no room for efficiency.
Right. So that annoyed him even more.
Of course it did.
That
And
it was a
rightfully so.
follow-up. And like, he's still pissed that the expectation was, as parents, we have to go through this with our children.
You know,
They're giving you homework.
Yeah. No thanks.
Passive aggressively, you know what Dan should have done? Not responded to the form, you know, fill out the form. Just respond to the email. Yeah, it's all good. Saw it. Okay, and make her say, that's great, but if you could just send the form.
Right?
Like I had,
Because that's what would have happened.
Yeah.
Like, we really need to have
And then I would say,
an individual form
I would
for each
say
child.
the paperwork's not necessary. I think we have it in writing here, so
Yeah.
you're good. I got.
So what
Check
the hell
all
do you
the
have to review?
I have to go make money now. Thanks.
Literally, okay, Avery and Brady, it says here that on Monday, you have to read chapters 1 through 3. Tuesday, you have to read chapters 4 through 6. Like, I mean, they expected us to sit down.
What the hell?
Which we did not do.
Okay,
we were
total
just
hyperbole. It's 2 chapters a day, not 3.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my God.
Well, clearly he read the email.
Somebody didn't really review the calendar. Okay.
No, I did not review it.
I just love that you're actually talking about stuff that I'm very hands-on right now with.
It's unbelievable.
Like, sometimes Leslie and I do a divide and conquer. Like that's your project. You
Right.
you take her through that whole journey, and I got the book. And Rosie wants to do the book with me, so we're doing it. So
that's nice.
So it's I'm acting like I'm great, but it's an anomaly. This never happens where I know what's up.
I mean, we just make sure that they go to bed a little earlier, get their reading done, and I mean,
Why do they need us to acknowledge that this is the
don't.
reading schedule?
They really don't.
It's absurd.
It is.
Well, I would think that in a community where maybe home lives are a little unstable, and you kind of want to encourage a little, hey, or you just want to get a feeler out there, like which households are responsive,
right?
Because that tells you a little something,
it's
right?
A test.
Communicating with parents is never a bad idea, but
that's a fair statement.
Yeah. So,
but I guess, I would see in certain communities if you're using that as a way to gauge parental involvement, and if you consistently don't receive forms from a certain family, you might be like, oh, geez, like, should I reach out and see, like, you know,
you don't
are they
want to
getting
surprise
the support at home that they need, and if there's a reason why they're not, I don't know.
So,
but it's still fucking annoying.
The reason why it's annoying on your end is because it's nothing's happened yet. We want you to know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
we just want you to know. Yeah. Oh, what you're telling me is my kid goes to school and reeds books. Yeah. I knew that.
Okay, yeah,
that's great.
That's my expectations have been met.
When my kid is working on geometry, am I gonna have to fill out and assign a syllabus? Like, okay, so I get that. My problem is I have had to sign or initial papers and tests from Rosie where she has 19 out of 20 correct.
Yeah, the test. I don't mind the test thing because I want to know if they're doing well. I want to know if they're not doing well. So I don't. Because I don't really have any gauge for them, so I don't mind signing the test things because it.
But you and your daughter and son could have that conversation, like, "Hey, Avery, Brady, how did that test go yesterday? Oh, we just got our results. Let me see. Oh, I got a 92, or I got a 3.
I got a 3.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know what I really got, but
right, exactly. I don't know what this means.
Yeah,
if I'm smart or dumb.
Is it a 3?
It all gives me an ice cream headache.
Right?
Yeah.
It's too much to keep up with.
I just feel like you with the old days, back when we were kids, I had to get something signed because I got a 65 on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you did poorly. Yeah.
Makes sense. It'll say, see me. What do you want? Parent signature. And why don't we have a little study session? I'm like, okay. I learned how to forge my dad's signature in junior high, and that was...
Oh, really?
Well, I noticed that we had the same signature, essentially. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm a junior, and I was looking at his R, and I'm like, wow, big round R. I got that round R. And then that scribble, and then the big F, and a little scribble. Nailed it. I'm holding them together. I'm like, this is going to work.
It's very good.
And it did. I mean,
none of my bad papers ever made it home. You know? If they, no way.
How'd you get around it?
They wouldn't ask. Now, if there was something that, was a big important thing that was pending, like a project or something, then it would be like, they'd be like, oh, where's that? Where did that go? And sometimes there would be a delay, and I'd be trying to figure out a way to like turn the D into a B, or like that kind of stuff. But otherwise, if it was just like a quiz or whatever test, it would never make it home. If the teacher handed it over to you, I guarantee it would be in the trash barrel before I even walked out of that room.
Can't do that nowadays though, because everything's on the portal.
Yeah, well, no, you got to throw them in the recycling bin.
I came home with a lot of tests. I turned a 47 into a 97.
Wow, that's quite the improvement.
You just finesse the edges on the 4, round it off. Anyway, I'm kidding.
I don't even think they can mark stuff in red pen anymore.
Is it too aggressive?
It's too aggressive. Did you know that?
Right now.
I swear. I'm going to confirm this with my wife.
I would like to have this discussion next week.
I will confirm with my wife, but I believe that she said that they are no longer allowed to mark tests or quizzes in red pen because it's triggering.
I'm triggered right now.
I'm triggered by this whole flippin' society that we live in.
Oh my God.
I actually, as somebody who, has written a lot of copy in professionally, I prefer, like when you actually get the tangible, print this thing out.
Yeah.
Like, let's mark it up.
The editorial standard is to use a red pen.
Red jumps off the page.
That's why.
You see it. It's like, hey, I see that. I'm not going to miss that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This kid's not going to catch it if I put it in purple, because purple and black
but
kind of
God forbid, little Catherine sees Joey with all the red ink on his page, he must be stupid.
You're stupid.
Just these people.
You know what? Maybe he is.
Yeah.
Maybe
and
he is.
needs some
And
help.
he needs to know.
Come on, Catherine, be supportive.
Yeah.
What happened to Gen X? I mean, were
Gen
we
X,
not the greatest?
we should do it. I
generation?
love generational
I
stuff
know.
too. We could do a thing because Gen X is largely
We are the
left
best
alone.
We
generation.
are the best.
Nobody fucks with Gen X.
Yep.
Correct.
Let's work on that one.
We
Want
need to
to do
bring it
Gen X
back.
related stuff? Let's try.
Sure.
Like a theme. Like
Theme.
let's try to do.
So it is becoming a trend, big time right now on TikTok and some of the other stuff. Perhaps it's just because we're like evolving into that sort of phase where all the marketing and all that stuff kind of like gears around us. But it is becoming a thing. Gen X rising up because we're sick of the bullshit.
All right.
And I'm going to start it
talk
right
about
here, right now.
All right. So next week, red pen confirmation.
Yes.
Leading into Gen
Gen
X.
X.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
Let's do. So we're gonna talk about what makes Gen X so great. Like, are we gonna?
Yeah. I mean, let's just.
Let's do X's and O's, pros and cons of let's tail the tape. Let's
Okay.
break it down. I don't know, whatever. Next week theme, generational.
I'm feeling a little.
Teaser for next week.
Feeling a little dangerous.
I gotta go. I have a job.
Liz, get us out of here.
All right, Scuttlebutts. Hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you have a hot take on Gen X, please send it to us, smalltownscuttlebutt@gmail.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram @smalltownscuttlebutt. See ya.
4.